from 1979 to 2025 is 46 years. What have I done as a Chief Justice during this time? Let me just mention this. I introduced something called mobile court system. It was my belief that sitting in one place, like in Juba, like in Gokria, like in Wow, as a court, will not solve our problems. We have to move our judges across the counties. Judges to go and sit under trees like native chiefs and see cases. This has been appreciated by many people, including our international partners, and by the government, the president of South Sudan. Even in line with this mobile courts, we have courts inside the prison. So you don't have to walk the prisoners, the accused persons, to the courts. Sometimes some run away. So we have here, even here in Juba, in Wau, in Rang, in Malakal, judges sit inside the prison to see those cases. I have introduced something called gender-based violence code for the first time. It was not there. And this has been appreciated around the world. Even the president was very happy when I created this one. And he gave us a building that belonged to the military. This is the present-day juvenile court, gender-based violence court. I have, when we last appointed judges, they were all 78. I was concerned about the gender issue. So I decided that this gender issue must be reflected in our appointments. So out of the 78, the male were 43 and the females were 35. Thus you see a difference of 8 judges. I did so because I know the women are, to be frank, they are honest. They are sincere, they are hardworking. And you have many of them as judges, it means that you will improve the judiciary. I was even planning, before I was taken, that when we make other appointments, I was going to raise the women percentage to 40 to 42%, honestly. But now, having been taken away, Malish, but I will still serve the women wherever I will be. This thing called 35% is not enough. I wanted to expand this gender-based violence court outside Juba. And I have talked to some of my partners, including UNMIS, UNDP, Netherlands government, to support this. They like the idea. We wanted to have more gender-based violence courts in Wau, in Malakal, in Rem, and other cities. It is not enough to keep it in Juba alone. I was planning to open what we call Judicial Training Institute. Up to now, we do not have a training institute. I have identified a house that belongs to the judiciary, which we must use as a training institute. I've already talked with some of my friends from the Max Planck to help us in doing that. I was thinking of building what we call a guest house. A guest house. If we have no means to build it, then we renovate one of the buildings of the judiciary. When judges come on duty to Juba or for meetings, when our partners come from outside, they put up there instead of living in the hotels. But now this is frustrated. I had planned to have the Supreme Court building. The government provided us with a huge space somewhere there near the ministries. And I had contacts with some international partners. They were going to start this. And this is done in collaboration with our Ministry of Housing. It is a 6-story building. Apart from a basement on the ground for parking cars. Now, when I am gone, I hope the new Chief Justice will follow up on that. Because where we are sitting now, you are actually squatting. That is not the Supreme Court. Except for the small changes that I have made, you know. There used to be only one latrine for both males and females. What is that? Where does it happen? But I said, no, this is not good. Look up there. There is a toilet there, one for the general public, one for the women, one for male. It's up here. And also down here, I opened 4 latrines. I was even thinking of the other thing I have done. The judiciary had no land registry office. It was a small room down here. It was not even enough for the papers, keeping the files. But I built another place there. Land Registry Office. And I was thinking of, this question of computers. The elderly people, like some of us in front here, I know, I call them BBCs, those who were born before the computer. They have a problem. But what about these young people? They can be easily trained on use of computers. So that is it. That was, then we have the library. We didn't have a library before. We opened that. We also, the advocates did not have where to sit. They just stand under the trees during the day. This is not acceptable. Advocates in every court should have a chamber where they sit, where they converse with their customers. Behind you here is the advocate chambers, which I built this year. I was thinking of, in our budget for this year, we have put in budget for the appointment of 100 magistrates in order to boost the force of the judiciary. But as you all know, the country is going through terrible economic situation. So we said we cannot appoint magistrates when those who are already magistrates and sitting, they have no salaries for a year. You cannot appoint new ones, but it is there in the plan. Even we have a 5-year plan, what to do the next 5 years. It is ready there. It has got some buildings to be built outside Juba as course of appeal, like that. But let us just hope for the best. This compound was not like this. So it was difficult even for cars during the rainy season. Some of them get stuck here. But this renovation with the blocks, it was done by me. That is why people park comfortably here. Now, I was even thinking, apart from my ideas, I was thinking of making what I call complaints box or suggestion box where you put it somewhere here If you as a citizen, you feel that something is wrong with the judiciary, you write it, put it there. If you have a complaint against a judge, write it, throw it there. Then I form a committee to study, what do we do? These are complaints. It is the right of every citizen to complain. So if we as human beings, we can make mistakes. If this is brought to our attention, then that is good. I hope that my new colleagues will try to do that in the near future. Another Rabul Mabruk, my young brothers who have just come. Not really my young brother, we are of the same age. Benjamin is even older than me. Mabruk. I usually tell him Mabruk. When I see his head without hair, I tell him, this is Mabruk Alek. The Baraka. I the Baraka, ma Allah Khalalin, ma is the man Shari Futkulu. أنا قلت له لا مش كده وبس. أنت لما الشهر يكون ما في، لما تمشي حمام you don't waste time. كبستها مقوام وتطلع. الشهر كان ما في هنا، ما في تاجر كمان. So أنت ما بتعب نفسك تكين. الشهر وراد زي ده زول ما بعرف أنت عجوز ولا أنت ما عجوز. Let me stop here, my dear brothers and sisters, and thank you.